Hello everyone, it's Jagong here, and I really had to apologize for the previous video. There's on a bit of the audio when it was too loud. This time I really need to record separate audio tracks so I can edit them individually. And in this video, I really just want to show some daily stuff that we do, the daily homeworks for the light and night. Yeah, I do remember I kind of pronounce the games as light and dark. I don't know why, but I'm reflecting. Okay, so in this video, from this video onward, I will try to remember it as light and night. Yeah, so for the dailies activities at this time, just briefly shows like what exactly the daily things. First thing is a daily login. This is quite typical of mobile games. I guess everyone knows that. Yeah, it's usually will come out on its own, but sometimes I don't know why it doesn't come out when it has a new notice or stuff. And there are plenty of activities that will be on the top row. Okay, and this is the part where you need to stay locked into the game for a period of time to get these rewards. An hour a day will get all the rewards. Yeah, I still use the anniversary themes as the materials here because I really like the music and I like the background. Just look at how detailed the background is. And I do feel it's not very cluttered and very messy for the light and night. Yeah, I do like this UI a lot. Okay, this is a mailbox. And here's a friend list, which I have none at the moment. Okay, and the next one is the notice. This comes in this one is a system notice. The one on the left is an event notice. Yeah, and this is a setting where you can adjust a lot of stuffs. So for my daily activities, the first thing I will check every day is the shopping. This is a part where you spend your hard-earned money and also some of the in-game currency. Obviously, I cannot spend my real money because I cannot pass the verification for some reason, I don't know. But it's a good thing though. Yeah. So remember, come to the area 3 is for most of the current events. So this is for the anniversary. Now it ends already, but you can still have some new events pack for you to receive. And this one is the daily pack. It's free and well, it's not a lot, but it's something free, so just get it. And then the area 5 is where you can exchange for a lot of stuff for both the event, the academic, and then the exhibitions and the card, and I guess the gym things, which I haven't figured out what is it about. Yeah, these are the places that I will come to every day in the morning just to do some exchange and to get some materials. But it's recommended that you actually go and get this in-game currency before you come to do the exchange though. Yeah, this is the exhibitions currency, and yeah, this is a dream thing which I still haven't figured out how to actually pass the trials. Yeah, there are still so many things that I'm still learning for this game. Yes. And next, let's look at the plan, which is our daily rewards. So we need to perform some of the activities which we can claim some of the points and receive the rewards. Yeah, so it's actually wiser to clear some of the chapters just to unlock most of these activities, so it's easier to get the very important Polaris reward that you can use it to draw at the gacha pool. Yep. The next, this one is the growth, which is like the character status for our main character, and this is very important. And of course you can choose a different portrait, which actually doesn't, I have to say it's not very significant because most of the time only the heroine hex is going to show in the dialogue box, so the dress itself is not so important. And these are the part with many weird stuff, but you just follow whatever it teaches you to try to improve it. Actually it's quite simple because you can only go for each element there's only one thing for it, so you're not going to mix out any things and you're not going to like make the wrong thing or anything. So I do think it's very nice, and the game do put up very nice explanation on how you do it. And this is what I mean when you use this currency from the academy to exchange for the materials, and this will help your personal growth, yeah, by making all these items. and you can increase one of the 6 elements, and these 6 elements also corresponding to the elements in the card, so they are basically all related, which is what I liked about this game, because it's quite streamlined. So basically it's like in the RPG game where you have to get into the battles and then gain more experience and then increase your levels and thus your fighting skills. Yeah, so I actually quite fond of this system. It's quite straightforward and it's very helpful. So from the academy you can gain this experience for these 6 elements, and these 6 elements are going to affect how your cards corresponding to each element, of course, in the how they perform the battle. So sometimes I do find it's quite easy to understand in these systems. And as you can see, I keep jumping back and forth from the shop, the exchange part, the area 5 in the shopping area, and also this growth area. And I do like how they just you can just navigate between each session easily. And here is now my homework to try to get all these levels so I can increase my own levels. Yep. So now let's look at the academy. This is basically something that you must come every day. And try to gain this. These are all your experience and all these materials for the growth earlier on. And every day you have 1 times to free to use this speed out. I think the following one you need to use the Polaris, I guess. This is the exhibitions. It's basically run for like 1 day, I think. You just see the themes and then you just put 4 items on it. These items are from the design part of each chapter. Basically after playing through some chapters and you have more items, then you can easily hit the 100 point for the trademark. And basically this is something that you just need to put the things on and just wait for the next day to collect the currency of it. Sometimes they will have some like scenarios out and then just say that one, and but they were quite random. Actually, I usually don't really look into it, but like on the next day when you collect all the items, if you haven't answered any questions, the scenario question will just pop out and let you answer it. Overall, I do find this exhibition quite interesting to have a good look at all the items that you made through that rhythm games. It's not a very easy game for me because I'm not really used to playing this kind of rhythm game, and I do find it a bit difficult initially. But sooner or later, I kind of find my way to play around it, and thankfully it's only like three different items. So 3 different kind of different types of the setting design. I think it's a design. So basically you just press it and you drag it, and one is you hold onto it. So basically there are just 3 types, which are not so difficult once you get the hang of it. And so far so good. I do manage to get perfect marks so far. Okay, even for some of the piece, the music piece sounds quite fast actually. Alright, so that's all for the labor part of the games. So all the items you made in the design will be available in the exhibitions. And basically it's only 4 items for the exhibition, so you just select randomly any items that contribute to 25 marks and just follow them, then you can start the exhibition at 100 points. Basically that's all for the exhibitions, and you can check the scenarios here also. moving on next, let's take a look at the bag. I love this backpack so much. I always like to just see all the items. I guess it's my gamma origin from Harvest Moon, the Story of Seasons series. That makes me always like to look at all the items. I'm quite a hoarder. And here's a phone. My favorite part of it, because that's basically all the social interaction you have with all the characters, especially these 5 main characters, the men. Yeah, and I do like this, like the social media side of it. It's quite interesting to see like what they are posting, and then you try to make different response to it. They always give you like 3 types of comments that you can make. Yeah, and it's really quite interesting to just see how they respond to you. It's basically a very interesting and interactive feature of it. Though depending on like how you treat the things, sometimes the relationship can be a bit weird, because these things also come from both the main plot as well as your deck card. Yeah, so I do find sometimes the relationship seems a bit frustrating between very close and very unfamiliar with each other. So yeah, and here's all my cards so far. I didn't manage to get a lot of the cards that I really wanted to, but so far so good. I do have some 6 stars and 5-star cards. Yeah, I'm quite grateful to get a lot of serious cards. Yeah, because he's basically the reason I get into this game in the first place. So yeah, and here I did Truth of Dare again. Yeah, I still didn't get a very good hang of it, except for a few characters, because it's actually quite interesting. I mean, the way you play the game is the same, but each character have different skill in doing that, and you can realize that you can easily win against certain character but not for other characters. I didn't manage to win against Jessie. I don't know whether I can cheat or not, but I really don't know how to cheat. I cannot freeze the screen. Yeah, and yeah, so basically my daily are just like is mostly quite repetitive. Yeah, because there are daily activities. Okay, I start speaking nonsense already. Let's move on to the next part. Okay, let's take a look at this, the astrology part, which you can get this nice currency for the gacha pool. I don't know what they are going to be translated into. So basically here are the things, and I'm struggling a bit here, trying to get more of these items. Yeah, and this is basically the important part. This river part is where you get most of the materials for you to increase the power of your card. So here is the sand thing that increases special ability of the cards. As you can see, I'm kind of stuck at the fourth stage, and this is basically the battle screen that is used for all the plays, whether it's for the main chapter battle or all this kind of materials gathering battle. And once you clear it with 3 heart, they don't call it 3 star, is it? Yeah, basically once you clear it, then you can actually just let it auto fight for you, so it's very convenient. Yeah, and this one I managed to clear until the other stage. Yeah, and you can see on the bottom left, they always have the number of times you can do this. It's basically 10 times of all this. So the left side is experience, the middle side is money, and the right side is a magical sending. And here you have the grandma's place. This is a place where you can get all these colorful stuff that is used to help you to further level out your cards. I think the gate is at the level 20, level 40, and level 60. So you need some of these colorful nail polish things. Yeah, so you can actually like continue to increase the level, those kind of things. Yeah, so basically the system is quite streamlined, I guess. At first I was quite confusing because like the cards have so many kind of things and so many depths, but thankfully, as mentioned earlier, because they have a very good navigation system, so like you're lacking this thing, they inform you where you can get these things, so it's quite straightforward. So eventually I managed to find my way and start to kind of understand more about the system itself. And I like how everything is very connected with each other, so you don't have to keep going back to the main menu to navigate. You can just navigate based on what you need. And these are the items for the how to say it, because some pictures have like two different of the card image, then this is something that can increase the card's main element and change the card image. I'm not sure, is it very obvious? Once I have an example, I will just put it on then. Yeah, basically here are all my cards at the moment. As you can see, the 5-star and 6-star, they have the so-called the second image, so you need these items. Yeah, this is what I mean. And basically it will increase the main element like 2000 plus 2000 point into it, so it's going to be stronger in that particular element. And yeah, this second picture, you can set it as a default image of this card, something like that, so it's quite cool actually. Yeah, I'm still working on it, and hopefully I get to show when I manage to actually get it, because yeah, they are like the frequency limit, so each day you can only do 10 of the battles there, and you have 5 guys, and each guy have 7 type of battles, 7 levels, 7 stage, I should call it stage, 7 stage in it, so it's going to take a while for you to collect all the items just for one card. And yeah, it's quite tough actually. each stage the battle usually just drop 1 or 2 of the items. They are so stingy. Yeah, it took a long while to get there, to get to the second image of the card. And this is a card, this is a card that I successfully do it, and you can choose like which image you want to put as a default image of the card. Yeah, it doesn't change anything, but it just more pleasant for me. Usually the second picture is, I don't know, it looks a bit like more, you have more interaction with the character, so it looks nicer on the image. It just makes me feel happy, I guess. Yeah, and currently I think I'm working on this card, and I just feel a bit sad to seeing all the the number of the items I need to collect. Yeah, basically every day I will try to spend all my stamina in the grandma's shop, and also for all these things I will definitely do it. And yeah, let's take a look at it. Yeah, and basically this is the auto battle. You can always switch it just from the left side there, so it's very easy. This is like a very typical screen that you are going to see, no matter it's for the main plot battle or for these materials things. Yeah, so if you choose the auto battle, then you don't have to do anything actually. I usually just let it on, and I just mute my phone and then do other things. Once I having my breakfast, then I just check, everything is done, something like that. Yeah, actually it's quite convenient. I just hope that it can speed up further, because currently this is the maximum speed they go. Yeah, you can go on a normal speed, and then the faster speed is this. There are only like two selection, 2 choice. The auto battle is actually quite convenient, but of course this is AI, so sometimes they are not going to be very wise. So for the main plot, I usually try to do it manually, even though it's a bit tiring actually. And I do hate using my brain when playing games. I try to relax during the playing games, but nowadays all the games seem to like need some brain energy, brain power into it. And that's all for all the battles. Yeah, after you finish, it will just give you some sort of a summary on how many of these items you receive out of the selections of it. If you choose like consecutive battles until the end of the stamina, or choose the number of times you want to try it. Usually for dailies, I will try to do 3 times for each of these, just to make sure I get the daily rewards first. Because the stamina is not going to be enough, I definitely need to use the stamina recovery items, which are all those apples in the backpack, to recover some stamina to carry on to use up all these number of times. As you can see on the bottom left side, it's always 10 times that you can choose between the different characters. And I have unlocked all the characters, all the 7 stages. I think I need to take some time to make sure I get 3 star for all this, so I can use consecutive battles functions to accumulate most of these items. I have more serious cards, so I definitely clear all the 7 stages for serial, but for other characters I'm still working on it. And I will try to unlock for all the characters eventually. Okay, here maybe I should try to unlock the stage 4 of Charlie's. And here, this is basically you tick to enable the auto battles or not, but you can always switch it during the battles. And for this part, you can realize that if you use a card pertaining to that particular character, you can get like extra power, 10% of the power. Yeah, so it's quite convenient. But sometimes, or rather I have to say most of the time, I just use my cards and over level it, because as I say, I have most of the serial cards and I do try to like level out them a lot, and I don't have so much resources to give to other cards, so I just overpower them. I basically pass these stages really through low strength, overpower, just as you can see. But I use different character cards that I just try to get it. And here I am trying to switch it to the manual. As you can see, the manual is quite slow, or rather this is a normal speed lah, because usually we just speed out the things. And you can choose how you're going to get better, and you have options to use the ability. And once you clear with 3-star, you basically enable the auto battle of it. And for this part, you have to clear the previous stage to unlock the next stage. So I have to clear the stage 4 so I can start. I can continue with the stage 5, and each stage is going to increase the difficulty. So you have to use some stronger cards. Yeah. But for Charlie, I'm not so worried. I have a 6-star card. Or rather, my first 6-star card is from him. So yeah, I'm not going to worry about it. And I have other cards that can help me a lot. Yeah, so it's really just leave it to AI to clear all this part. I find interesting that they have so many very symbolic items. I would say symbolic items pertaining to each characters, and yeah, it's quite interesting to see like the theme of the things, like the flowers, that kind of accessories, and I do find it's quite special, and it's very interesting. At first I was quite overwhelming, of course, because like having so many different kind of items, but thankfully because Light and Night, they have very, like I say, I think I mentioned too many times already, but it's really helpful for me, because sometimes I'm a bit confused when the games have so many kind of different items and they're just like given to you at that one time. Then you're like, what is this item being used for? Why is that item being used for? Can I spend this? Or is it not wise for me to spend this? Something like that. And I'm very glad that they always like inform you where you can get most of these items. So it's very helpful. And here I think I should be able to clear all the Charlie stage. Yeah, the recommended level is on the top right side. It's just a reference though, because sometimes if you have very powerful abilities, or I think it's really luck lah, because the ability most of them are like trigger at a certain percentage, certain frequency, so it's not like every battle you can trigger it, except for some of the abilities. Some abilities you can trigger in every battle, in every single times, but some is not. They're not trigger, because like 50% of the time, 20% of the time, so it's really like depends on your luck. And yeah, I'm not a very lucky person, so sometimes it really doesn't trigger for me. It's quite painful, especially when playing in the manual, right? So it's like I'm trying my best already. That kind of feeling, but no choice. Yay, I cleared all the 7 stages of Charlie's stage. That's great. Okay, so now I can basically use the auto battle functions if I need to get a lot of the same items to get unlock the second image of the card. They call it shadow easy, I think. Yeah, and as you can see, it's going to take a while. It's going to take a long while. Each day only 10 times, so yeah, you can increase the number of times with some special items or with the Polaris, I guess. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to spend all the time, all the frequency, and then just let it be. I will wait for the next day then. It's okay. There's no need for the hurry anyway. And I do realize that I do need to accumulate for all the different cards. So it's not very easy. And I do think the people who can actually take care of so many cards are very amazing. I cannot do that. Yeah, that's just my inability to be so lucky and so patient for it. That's all for these videos, and thank you for everyone who happened to stumble by or pass by and like watch my video. I hope you enjoy it and enjoy the game Light and Night like me do. Yeah, so that's all for this video. See you on next video.